This is The Fifth Estate, a conversation between young African scholars from the Fort Hall School of Government in Nairobi, Kenya, and Professor Mutahi Ngunyi. The date is 9th August 2027, and Ruto has been voted out of office. We did not expect this unfortunate turn. The one-term movement has finally happened, and Kikuyus are falling all over each other uncontrollably. They have finally removed the lover boy they installed as president with passion in 2022. Bravo, Kikuyus. But there is a problem. On September 11th, 2027, the new president is expected to take his oath of office. Unfortunately, he has no head. He is the man with the head of a coconut. But we do not care. All we wanted to do was remove Ruto. Now the question begs, what next? What do we do with the man with the head of a coconut? For starters, he must please the public. And to do so, he must demolish everything that Ruto has done. One coconut head has warned us that Kenyans should not buy into the affordable housing units. Why? He intends to demolish them if made president. Another one has told us that he will revive NHIF, an agency where a mother gave birth 600 times and a man with diabetes had his legs amputated 10 times through corruption. Dear Kikuyus, the date is August 9th, 2027, and you have removed Ruto. What next?
The date is August 9th, 2027, and the truth of the matter begins to settle. And here is the truth, guys. Incumbent presidents in Africa do not lose elections unless they are incompetent. The Malawi president with an American twang lost the election because he was incompetent. And Uhuru Kenyatta lost the 2022 Raila election because he was also incompetent. Or was he? At the Fort Hall School of Government, we firmly believe that Uhuru sabotaged Raila in 2022. Uhuru wanted Ruto to win. And what is more, Uhuru wants Ruto to get a second term. It is a fact. Then the Kenyattas can install Matiang'i in 2032. And who knows? They might just do this with the help of Ruto. But it is also possible that Matiang'i is a Kenyatta guinea pig. He will be used and dumped. Why do we say so? If Uhuru had the deep state and could not make Raila president, how will he make Matiang'i, a nondescript fellow, president in 2027? The plot is simple. Use Matiang'i as a test drive in 2027. Split the Kikuyu votes between Uhuru and Mwamunyoro. Then, consolidate this vote in 2032. Combined with the Ruto base in Rift Valley, Uhuru and Ruto will make the 2032 president. And this president is none other than Gideon Moi. Matiang'i is just being used. Take it or leave it.
The date is August 9th, 2027, and Kasongo has been voted out of power. Or has he? This is how you vote an African incumbent president out of power if he is incompetent. 1. Control all the election bodies and institutions ahead of time. And the reason is simple. Nikita Khrushchev taught us that those who cast the vote do not matter. The people who count the votes are the ones who matter. And the question is this: does Ruto control the IEBC with Babaman dead or alive? The answer is yes. Tick. IEBC will register voters. But before Gen Z voters are registered, they need an ID, yes? And who gives this ID? A government official from the Ministry of Interior, Murkomen. Who will get IDs and get registered as voters? We have no idea. In Uhuru's time, Noas were not registered. No IDs, no votes. That is how Uhuru suppressed Raila's votes. Will Ruto repeat the trick and register Somalis? We have no idea. However, what we know is that Somali census had been cooked, and a court ruling ordered a new census in Somali spaces. Then we argued that if Somali census was suppressed, maybe Kikuyu figures were inflated. If we redo the Somali census, we must also redo Kikuyu numbers. They could be exaggerated. But you can only do this if you are the incumbent president. That is why incumbent presidents in Africa do not lose elections unless they are incompetent.
The date is August 9th, 2027. And the man being sworn in on September 11th is not the man with the head of a coconut. It is the man who understands the craft of power. The man who understands that 4 of the Supreme Court judges are retiring. And if becoming president for a second term depends on the Supreme Court, he can reconstitute the Supreme Court on his own terms. And Ruto will reconstitute this court. The IEBC and the Supreme Court will not give Ruto his second term. The man with a coconut head will be installed by the people. How does Ruto deal with these people? This is the big question he must answer on August 9th, 2027. For starters, 8 million voters did not cast their votes in 2022. If Ruto got 7 million votes and Raila close to 7 million, there were 8 million who did not vote. Who are these 8 million voters? These are the tyranny of small numbers. If Ruto understands the craft of power, these are the people he must target. People from Baringo, Somali, and nondescript fellows not allowed to vote by the Uhuru government. These are the people who will do 2 terms for Ruto. They will make Gideon Moi president in 2032. Iko nini? This is better than a man with the head of a coconut.